What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a little tailgate talk. And well, today is a pretty sad day, I guess.
Yeah, we ended up getting our butts whipped on the last day for us. The season goes out next week, but
This is it for us. We're done. We've got to, just life and work and everything else. And season goes out the 15th, which is Thursday. So
Yeah.
we're really Monday through Thursday is kind of out of the question. And it's Mother's Day weekend this weekend, so our wives and mothers and gammies and mimis and all, they deserve the praise that they
deserve.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think one day's not enough, but
Especially having to put up with us always hunting and stuff. So
yeah.
we thank all the mamas out there for supporting their husbands in their passions, and hopefully the husbands do too. So we've had a good season this year. It turned out. I mean, it took off quick.
Yeah,
We,
we started out on fire.
Yeah.
That first, between Barrett killing his first bird that y'all got to see, and our buddy Simon, was it the following weekend?
I think it was the following weekend. It was opening weekend, Sunday.
Caught him in a bird, and then we just had our highs and lows as a roller coaster. You were successful.
Yep.
That day we had to split up. And y'all heard the story. I sat up too early and bumped one, and you called two right across the creek.
Yep.
And well, actually 2 weeks ago I probably had the best hunt I've ever had, and it was another divide and conquer type deal.
Yep.
Pat had stuff to do, and my son and I, Barrett, we went hunting, and I hated that I had to shoot him, but I ended up killing a 11-inch beard, inch and a half spurred, 20+ pound turkey.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, right on the same road that Barrett killed his turkey on. Just kind of give you a quick rundown of that hunt real quick. Only bird gobbling, bird fires off, Barrett and I get over there. He's answering my hoots. The closer I get, the louder he's getting, and then all of a sudden he just quits, and I kind of start panicking. So I called to him one time, and when I called, I mean, he cut me off, and I knew right then, he was on the ground coming. And I got the decoy set up. I got Barrett and I set up. By the time I got Barrett situated in the old 410 right here in the bog pod, got him locked in, I looked to my right, and there that turkey comes, and he is strutting. And every call I made, he cut me off, and he would answer. And the coolest thing, which I hate we didn't get on camera, he hopped up on a log and strutted back and forth off that log.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen that. I've never actually encountered that, but I've heard of them doing that, and sometimes they get hung up on a log, sometimes they strut on a log. So.
And Barrett, he was like, Daddy, because where we're sitting right next to a big loading bay, and there's this big pine log that I was kind of leaning on, so Barrett really couldn't turn to the right. And I had it set up with the turkey. If he came, he would come out in this opening straight in front of us. Well, I go back and forth, and he does what he's going to do. I thought he was going to circle us, and he got quiet for a minute. I couldn't see him because these piles of wood, just limbs and logs and stuff, the log company had piled up in that loading bay. And I cut at him one time, and he answered me, and dude, when I'm talking about, I mean, he blew my eardrums out. And he was in that loading bay, and I cut at him, and I mean, it's like he blew my eardrums out. And I'm purring and clucking to him, and now he's then walked out in the road 40 yards, or I'd say about 40 yards to our right in the road. Well, like I said, Barrett he still can't move. And he goes out in the clear cut right in front of us, and I'm telling Barrett, I said, dude, buddy, if he'll get behind this pile of wood like he did, when he walks out, he's going to be 20, 30 yards straight in front of you. You can kill him right then. And we're sitting there, and I don't see him, and it's quiet. All of a sudden, I hear pup, 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 pup. He starts putting, and he takes off, and I don't see him, and I just lean up. I look down the road, and he's running down the road. Well, I grab Barrett's gun. Barrett just automatically, he goes to the left out of the way. I lean over the log, and I didn't think I was going to hit him. I'm going to be honest. I just didn't want to educate him no more on what's already happened. I don't know if I think he saw Barrett as Barrett was getting down on his gun. That's what spooked him. But when I shot, he rolled. I folded him up. And when I got up to go get him, it was 60 steps. I shot him with this old 410. and them federal TSS number 9s.
Yeah, it's amazing what these new guns, these new 410s and stuff are doing. I know they're kind of popular and taking off, and they're perfect for the kids, but it makes it a lot nicer for us when we're out here hunting, and
Oh, 100%.
it's so much lighter.
It's so much lighter.
So,
And I felt bad because he's been wanting, to tag out, and I called him right after it happened. I felt terrible about it, but my little man, he looked at me and he said, "Daddy, I'm so excited for you. I'm so proud you finally got your turkey this season."
yeah, it's good that he understands the accomplishment it is already at 6 years old. I mean, you get a bird in front of you, and kind of, I've mentioned it before, one of my biggest things is if he comes in, he needs to be flopping. I don't care who kills him, but like you said, it's sad, a little disheartening that he didn't get to pull the trigger, but still a memory y'all got to have.
Oh, yeah,
and
and
take on forever.
it's like I told him. I said, "That's not my bird. That's our bird.
Yeah.
That's mine and his." He was sitting right there with me, and it was off the roost, quick hunt. It was.
It's the ones you hope for.
Yeah, it was a great hunt, and then flashback to last Friday. We're not perfect.
Yep. We worked some birds early in the morning. Nothing panned out there, and we took off like we always do. And we're still hunting around this 500-acre block that we always do, because we thought the landscape changed this year, might change it up a little bit, but they still right there.
It's
right
wild how they stay
Yeah.
on this. We've got a large tract of land that we're blessed to hunt, and they just stay within this 500. It's mind blowing.
Yeah.
But
And we ended up coming through a field, and you told me, just try it, and I hit it, and that bird he gobbled. He wasn't. We've been looking for an old crap moment, and we got it that day.
it's funny because we had just talked about how we ain't had that old crap moment yet, and man, he was
there.
right there.
Yeah. He wasn't no more than 40 yards from us. We sat up, and he ended up working out to a road and came out into the field. Well, the week prior, I killed.
Well, it was probably 2
Well,
weeks.
either way.
When he killed his turkey,
Yeah, when
and I
I
messed
killed
mine
mine,
up.
I held the decoy up. They reacted just like I expected them. And for whatever reason, in my mind, I had the decoy right beside me. I lifted him up, and
He might be in California
yeah,
right now.
he's nowhere near Burke County. So
It was crazy. Like I could see him. We saw him come in the field, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh yeah, he's about to walk down the side of this field, and I'm gonna shoot him, whatever." And Pat held that decoy up, and it was just like, "Oh, nope," and he checked out.
yeah,
And
that ruined the rest of my morning.
I didn't get mad. I didn't get mad.
I did.
I sat there and I didn't say nothing. I just I took my hat off and scratched my head, and I was like, well, it is what it is. And I tried to tell him, it can't be no worse than what I did when I stood up and he was 20 yards in front of me coming.
Yeah.
But I did ask him, I said, "Man, what possessed you to do that?"
Yeah, there's some things you just kind of go on autopilot, and that was one of them things. I didn't even realize what I was doing. I just did it, and it backfired. It comes into the folder of mistakes we've made and lessons learned, and move on, and hopefully next year we'll remember that.
But we cannot complain about the season we've had. It has been a tremendous season. The only real, I call it low, that we experienced this season, we didn't get 2 amazing hunts on camera, and that's on us. That's something that we're going to work on and fix. You call 2 birds. Y'all got to see the bird after he shot flopping and the other bird gobbling, and if we'd have been there, of course we'd have doubled up.
Yeah.
But it's calling 2 birds across a creek like that. That's within itself. That's a victory right there.
Yep. And it wasn't just a small creek. I should have took a little video of the creek itself, but it was a pretty big one, and they didn't even hesitate. So, like you said, successful season. We're gonna get geared up for summer, do a little fishing, hang out with the families, take a little break.
Yep.
It won't be long. We'll be getting back into deer.
Yeah, it'll be. I guess, come our place in Lincoln County where we bow hunt at, we'll start come July, which might be a little late for some people. Come July, early August, we'll start feeding and running cameras, and that's our Lincoln County. I don't want to call it our project or our testing spot, but we like to try new stuff there.
Yeah.
and just see, and really the kids really are getting involved there.
Yep. And we've had success with different things we've tried, and getting the kids on deer and stuff, and it's going to be exciting. They're going to be another year older and another year of adventure. So.
And y'all also go check out the GON this month. May's issue of the GON. Our boys are in there.
Yeah, we made it in there for the deer and also for Barrett's first turkey. So.
It's the opening year of youth deer season this year. His son Briggs killed his first deer, and there's no exaggeration, within a minute, 2 minutes, Barrett killed his, and they were probably, 300, 350
like
yards apart.
Yep.
And so Briggs, Pat, myself, and Barrett, our pictures in there, and then from Barrett killing his first turkey this year, it was made it. So y'all go check out the May issue of GON and just check it out. It's awesome. I mean, it's pretty cool, and the kids really like it. They like to see him in the magazine. Barrett looked at me yesterday and said, "Daddy, I'm famous."
Yep.
So you know,
it picks their spirits up and gets their interest, keeps it in the outdoors, and gives them something to look forward to. So.
But yeah, y'all just stick around with us. You know, we're blessed. Thank the good Lord for blessing us and giving the opportunity to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, He makes it all possible, and there's nothing better than His painting. I mean, it's awesome.
Yep. Y'all hang in there. We'll post some videos over summer, and then we'll definitely flood it when we get ready for deer season. So.
And happy Mother's Day.
That's right. Thank you.